Part 3 of burnout. This topic is massive and deserves the attention that I'm giving it. As I've been doing my presentations on burnout, I've been noticing that there's been a lot more coming up, of course, right? That's how it works. But when I start to look at the research and the stats, it's staggering. 92% of senior leaders match the markers of being in burnout. 89% of middle managers meet the markers of burnout. Now, senior women leaders report the highest rate of burnout, chronic stress, and exhaustion as compared to men in a similar position. So I'm here to stand for you that it's not normal, it's not okay, and that it's robbing you of your health and your vitality and well-being. I've been there. I have been in what's called level 5 burnout, which is crisis mode, twice in my life. And level 5 crisis mode is where intervention is needed. Now, I've always loved my work. I've always loved what I'm doing. And what I didn't know is that by immersing myself and not having the balance, that I was literally running myself ragged. So how do you have the passion for what it is that you do and still have something left over for your life? There are many factors involved, and this is why I've started to take a deep, deep dive, not just started, over the last 25 years started, that I've been taking a deep dive into the mind, body, and spirit, working together to keep our energy system flowing and working well, and that we can learn how to move stress in and out and through our body. Everything is energy, even you, and we are creators of our life. So when we are aware of how we're responding and how we're feeling throughout our day and in these situations, we can start to manage where we are, such as that we can keep that scale more balanced. I'm not saying work less, play more, although that's not a bad idea. I am suggesting that how we are taking care of ourselves and making sure that we're not depleting ourselves is key. I love my work. I work a lot because I love it. I love learning. I love teaching. I love growing. I love creating. But what I've also learned along the way is that busy work isn't productive work. It was covering up a belief that I had that I wasn't smart enough, and so I better work hard. So as I've been on my own healing journey and learning lots about myself and why I do what I do, what makes me tick, why I respond to things the way I do, it's allowed me to be a really great coach to support my clients in healing from burnout. So I invite you to check out part 1 and 2, learn a little bit more about the signs of burnout and what we can do to heal. This is just giving you a little more information and maybe just a little bit of a kick in the pants that if you're feeling things like chronic fatigue, you're feeling overworked, you're going to bed wired and tired and waking up more tired than you went to bed. If you're feeling irritable, if you're finding that you're just emotionally exhausted, you're physically exhausted, and that your self-care regime is starting to take a nosedive, you're not cooking healthy food, you're doing takeout more, you're forgetting to eat, then you go home and you binge. We're using coping mechanisms such as drugs or alcohol to cope and get by. We tend to withdraw and come inside. We have a sense of being numb or unemotionally available. These are all signs that something's up. This is your body loving you and taking care of you. Let's listen into how it is that we're feeling and start to take action. Step 1 or phase 1 of burnout is really just feeling stress. You're feeling the sense of, I don't even know how to explain it, but I have a sense that, oh gosh, I'm just feeling a little stressed out. Stage 2 is what we call the onset of stress. The onset of stress is something like, I feel fatigued here and there. It can come on because of unrealistic expectations. We might feel the overload of work. We might start to feel strained and stressed. We're managing, but we still feel it inside. The third phase is chronic stress. This is where we're starting to feel, as a normal thing, overwhelmed, dealing with fatigue. I would go to bed wired and tired, as I've mentioned, and then we wake up even more tired. But maybe our health is starting to take a toll here as well. Maybe we're starting to have physical issues, neck pain, headaches, back pain, digestive issues, high blood pressure, type 1 diabetes, right? We're starting to get the body breakdown that's coming from it. Sleep deprivation. This is huge. If we're not getting enough sleep and rest, it affects our ability to think and to cope and to respond. The fifth is crisis. And if you are at crisis, this is that fifth stage of burnout. This is the one where we start to have feelings of depression, anxiety. We feel like, what's the point? Why do I bother? This is where we're literally driving to work and then we get in the parking lot and sit in the car with our head on the steering wheel going, you got to go in. I can't go in. You got to go in. I can't go in. We no longer see the purpose or the point of what we're doing. And we are likened to the person who is dealing with severe depression and anxiety. So if you can identify with any of these, please reach out. Let's talk. This is not, oh, it'll just get by kind of thing. Burnout happens over time. And however long it is that you've been in burnout, the change isn't going to happen just with a weekend of rest or a vacation. And if you found that, then we need to do a little bit more. It is possible to heal. I know. I've healed myself and I've learned and grown and I know how to manage myself now. I've let go of limiting beliefs that were holding me in that space that was creating this pattern over and over again. Let's have more than suffering in our life. We're here to experience love and connection and joy in life. We're to experience all that we are here for. If you've reached burnout, please, it may be because you care and you want the best and you want to do a good job. It all comes from a good place, only it's no longer serving you. You can't give from an empty cup. Let's learn how to fill your own cup so that we can give from a place of love and heartfelt support. I'm here for you. Please reach out, send me a private message, and let's get well together.